Hi everyone, welcome to my Capstone project. My name is Stephen Shi, and this summer I interned at the Sales and Trading program at JP Morgan in New York. In the past 9 months, I had close interaction with people ranging from incoming analysts to more senior people who manage the entire firm. People always try to regard finance internship, especially sales and trading, as a very mysterious experience since it is hard to understand exactly what you exactly do over the summer. What are some expectations for us, and how could we actually succeed over the summer to obtain that return offer? Today, I wish to look into some common social norms surrounding my field, analyze some common misconceptions, and provide some of my own insight and understanding of the whole process throughout the summer. I will start with more general norms around the sales and trading field in general. Then I'll talk about more JP Morgan specific social norms related to other banks, and then dive into the internship itself and analyze more specific misconceptions. So first, about the norms for the sales and trading field in general. When we talk about sales and trading internship, people always picture scenes from movies like Wolf of Wall Street, or we read from books like Liar's Poker by Michael Lewis. People assume that interns just run around to help out salespeople and traders on the trading floor, which is always very chaotic and noisy, with people yelling back and forth about trades. At least that's what I pictured before I went to investment banking. People yelling, buy this, sell that, and everything is super fast paced. If some people ask the interns to finish something, you have to be super quick on your feet and deliver it ASAP since 1 second might cost people millions of dollars. All these would be very accurate if I were doing the internship 10 years ago. However, there are some misconceptions here I really wish to talk about. First, yes, trading floor can be really chaotic and noisy, and interns are expected to be very quick on their feet, but it really depends on what specific desks or sectors you're in. Let's say, if you're in the equity cash trading or some very flow desks, which are desks that trade products very liquid with tons of actions every day, then you will see people on their phones a whole time yelling back and forth and a lot of actions going on. However, if you're in a desk that trade, for instance, more exotic products, which are products that are very complicated, math heavy, and hard to just analyze on the spot, you're expected to take your time to understand these products completely before taking any actions. On these desks, it is not fast paced at all. People on the desk might trade only once or twice per day, shockingly, because they need to understand their products before any actions. The second misconception. People often assume that, as the name sales and trading indicated, there are only two roles, salespeople and traders. This is very not true. I feel people don't have a very clear understanding of the roles within sales and trading, and it is necessary for me to explain each role a little bit more. So there are a couple common roles in the sales and trading program. Sales, trading, structuring, and the super awesome devs that do it all, which is the group I am joining. I will focus more on the first three since I don't want all you guys trying to join my group next year and make my life much harder. For sales, this is a strongly client-facing role. Many people have stereotypical opinions of the position and think that salespeople only go out and drink with clients. Wrong. For salespeople, not only you have to possess strong people skills, you have to understand the market and products very well so that you will be able to update your clients with the information they need. The key ability, in my opinion, for salespeople is that you need to be capable of signaling useful information among all news and communicate the idea clearly with clients and traders. For trading, this is a really stressful and challenging role. Personally, my favorite. You have to have high tolerance for risk and feel comfortable with making really quick decisions. We'll be able to go to bat if a position lost 500K a day. We'll be able to quote a fair price for the client in seconds if the trade is around $2 billion. Many traders play chess or poker in their spare time, and there is a reason for that. Both hobbies are really about risk-taking, and it directly reflects people's opinion about risk. Forget about all the things you saw like Wolf of Wall Street. Trading is no longer about proprietary trading and risking companies' own capital, since regulation has become very strict these years. It is more about providing liquidity, basically means quoting the client the buy and the sell level price, and making money through the spread, which is, as many of you guys might heard, buy low and sell high. Many people argue that trading is no longer that challenging. I disagree. Throughout the time of history, The most successful people do not become rich by making big bets. They make money gradually because they consistently produce good trade ideas and they're very aware of the risk level, what we call volatility of their positions. It is the risk control part. Let me rephrase it. It is how to control the risk that is the most difficult part in trading since everyone gets super greedy. For structuring, this is a really quantitative role. For many of the products client requested, the firm actually needs to structure them and price them properly since these products are not that common on the market. Also, structural roles always have people with the smartest minds and most impressive academic background in math and econ. They help the firm come up with creative structures that might be interesting for clients and pitch them not just to traders and salespeople within the firm, but also directly to the clients. Some of these roles are really exotic and slow-paced, for instance like exotic derivative structuring, while some other structuring like mortgage-backed securities are more systematic and flowy. Okay, so finally, for my group. Well, it is confidential information since it won't be that awesome and exciting if everyone knows about it, right? Let me know if you wish to learn more about these unique opportunities within the firm, for instance, the group I joined. You can buy me some great food and I'll think about it. So I hope that now you have a much better understanding of the sales and trading program itself about its different roles. Now, for part 2, I really wish to talk about the program at JP Morgan, this specific firm specifically. For my internship, it is a 9-week internship program, usually 10 weeks for other banks, with the first week as training and you will intern on one specific desk for 8 weeks. Some other banks have rotational programs, which allow interns to explore 2 to 3 different desks within the internship program, but JP Morgan has a tradition of allowing only one desk. Many people argue that other banks allow the interns to explore more since they have access to more desks over the summer. Okay, in my opinion, this is completely not true. Yes, I only intern on one desk, but the internal mobility, let me emphasize, the internal mobility within JP Morgan is super huge. Throughout the summer, I have an internal rotation within my own group and finish projects related to different asset groups, including credit, rates, equities, and commodities. What's more, I shadow at least 15 other desks to learn more about their roles, and my desk has been really supportive the whole time. I am not arguing that other banks should follow the same method JP applied. The point I am trying to make is that within sales and trading, people really want you to explore more, and everyone's trying to find you the desk that fits you the best. Thus, you should always be very proactive and reach out to more people to understand better exactly what you want. Okay, for part 3, finally, I want to talk about more in details about the program itself and some of the misconceptions surrounding the internship and some hopefully helpful tips for all the future interns interested in my area. The first thing I want to talk about is that people always say that sales and trading only hire people with high GPA and solid finance background. This is just not true. My best friend who is returning to commodity trading is a history major, and before the internship, he can't even tell the difference between gasoline price and oil price. Neither can I. For me, I studied math back at school, and I know very little of finance compared to students from Wharton and NYU. Your major and your GPA is not what determines if you will get an offer or whether you will succeed in a bank or not. Let me repeat this. It does not matter. That being said, don't think that GPA or an impressive resume is good enough to help you get an offer. People are spectacular in their own ways and don't get too obsessed with the scores. People care more about your personality and what you have to offer for a team. The classic question all the interviewers ask themselves is, would I want to kill myself after working 80 hours a week with this kid? So be social and show your passion. Don't give up just because you're not a finance major or you have a low GPA. Talk about things that you're super passionate about. Talk about sports, your favorite piece of art, your traveling experience. You play an instrument? Awesome! Tell me about the time that you composed some songs for a friend or a performance at school. You play sports? Fantastic! What do you think of the basketball team that Duke has this year? What do you think of Kyrie Irving's performance in the NBA final? You said you're a tea person? Great! I don't know too much about it. Can you tell me more about it? I'm super excited. It can be anything as long as it's interesting. There's also another interesting norm. Are interns expected to stay until everyone else on the desk is gone? I heard people talking about this all the time, and some people once told me stories of interns not getting return offers because he left before the people on the desk. I doubt it. From what I saw this summer, people care more about efficiency rather than face time. If you have finished all the work today and you have some events you have to go to, approach the people on the desk and tell them about this. My dad's always told me to leave if I have some events or plans at night, or I have already finished all the work for the day. This is usually what I do, and I think this kind of way is really helpful. First, finish all the work and make sure you finish everything, and know on average when the people on the desk usually leave. Let's say it's around 7 p.m. Then step 2, around 7 p.m., approach the desk and ask people if there is something or anything you can help them with. If they tell you that they're all good and there's nothing you can help with at that point, give a quick recap or update about the projects you worked on during the day. Tell them that you will get in the office early tomorrow and tell them that you will be around if they need any help. One thing I learned is that people care more about efficiency. If there's nothing you can help with on the desk, it does not make any sense for you to stay there and waste your time. The third interesting norm I observe is that during our placement day, many interns told me that they know exactly what desk they want to be on and they think they're a perfect fit for that desk. 80% of them by the end of the summer switch desks when the summer is over. That being said, keep an open mind. Don't come into a conversation with only one fixed goal. I want to trade this specific product within this group because that's the only thing I'm interested in. Good to know, but what if the desk is not hiring? You don't want to be on the other end of this kind of awkward conversation. Keep in mind that you're still in college and you will learn a lot regardless of which desk you're on. It's okay to have preference and future directions, but also keep an open mind while talking to people. You'll be surprised at how interesting all these people from different desks are. And I also want to talk a little bit about the dress code. People always compare finance with tech and say that finance internships require people to wear suits every day, which is super uncomfortable. I disagree. First of all, JP Morgan employees have business casual method this year, so it'll be really hard to see people dress up in suits on the floor. Everyone dress up pretty casually, and that's an environment I really enjoy. Especially for sales and trading, people don't have such rigid dress code, and people usually just wear whatever they want with plain shirts and dress pants, usually. There's one line I really wish to share with you, and this is from my lucky conversation with Warren Buffett earlier this year. Dress for the job you want. For us interns, it doesn't hurt for us to just dress up, in the sharpest suit you have. Imagine if you're giving a presentation to an entire floor or meeting with the managing director of your desk. What will you wear? For me, I want in my best suit, best tie, and make sure I give the most flawless presentation in my life. To wrap up, there's not 1 second this entire summer I feel uncomfortable because of what I wear. Yes, I might not be able to wear, for instance, shirts like this to work, but a sharp shirt with a tie doesn't hurt at all. Finally, I want to talk about how interns can add value over the summer, and I think this is the most important tip I want to share with you all. There are a lot of misconceptions about what sales and trading interns will do over the summer. Since we haven't passed any serious tests, we're not allowed to talk to any clients or make any trades. Some people joke around and said that for us, as long as we don't screw up the lunch orders or coffee orders from our desk, we're doing a fine job. This is funny, but completely absurd. Yes, we can't make any trades or communicate with clients, but there are so many ways we can add value and help out the desk. Just give couple quick examples. My desk follows the market closely, but people on the desk are usually really busy and don't have enough time to follow the market closely. Thus, I gave out a market recap every morning by compiling the news I think are relevant and sending it out to everyone. After Brexit, I came to the office at 4 a.m. to join a conference call with Europe and sent out a conference note by compiling all different conversations from the conference so that all the people on my desk will be in the loop. Another example would be that our desk has to give out daily performance recap, but the Excel file we use is really inefficient. Thus, I decided to provide a solution. I spent 2 weeks to improve the Excel so we can make our daily recap more presentable by adding graphic analysis. Everyone in my group really appreciate this help, and since these things help them tremendously and help them save a lot of time, in other ways, save a lot of money for a bank. I think for the summer interns, Your job is to identify the inefficiency within the group and then help diminish that. For news recap, to even just prepare some utensils at your desk, people would really appreciate these kind of tiny helps here and there because these little things adds up and help your desk save a lot of time and effort. Okay, so I hope you find this really useful. And before the end of this video for future interns, I have a couple more words to say specifically for international students. As you might know, it is even tougher for international students to get an internship in an investment bank in New York. Here are a couple tips I really wish to share with you all after my internship experience this summer. First thing is, so many people told me that they did not get the internship because of the language barrier. No, you should never think in this way. Yes, English is not my first language. For me, it's not even my second language because I'm from a Korean minority group. Sometimes I cannot communicate efficiently in English compared to other US interns. I'm not the best presenter in the world. But so what? Keep practicing. If you feel you're not good enough at the presentation in English, practice 2 times harder compared to other students. Hard work always pays off, and you want to remember that. There's no such thing as I'm always weaker compared to other interns. If you work hard enough, you will be the best. Second tip I want to share is, some people told me that they feel culture shock within the bank and told me that they feel so wish that they were born here in the States. I want to point out that don't even forget the advantages you have for being an international student. No one knows your own country better than yourself. When I was doing my internship, people really appreciate my input about the Chinese economy and really appreciate some of the interesting trade ideas I had related to China. So be proud of your origin. Talk about your own economy. If you have interesting articles, share with your desk. If you have awesome trade ideas, share with your desk. Always keep in mind that you know your own country better than anyone else. My final tip is about the visa issue. So for the summer, I'm in quite an awkward spot. I have to use both CPT and OPT to cover my summer internship, but my OPT did not arrive in time, resulting in an early termination of my internship. For those of you who don't know, CPT and OPT are both working visas required for internationals who work in the States. Thus, my suggestion would be start applying these working visas early. Don't be in the same awkward position as I am. Cool. Hope you find this really helpful. If you're interested in sales and trading, or even just in finance in general, or you're as passionate as I am about the market, please reach out to me with any questions. I'm always happy to help in any ways I could. Thank you.